button is hit. Hello, party people. What is the review or the session recap? Mostly Obert is primarily what happened. And that's actually not being sarcastic. It was primarily Obert.
We made a blanket fort with him.
There was Obert, and then there was there was the demon, the weird thing. It wasn't a demon, the not a demon room with the pot. No, the thing in the pot.
Oh yeah.
The thing in the pot with the circle, and then Obert making all the masks, or Ogre Buddy, and then there was mask room with Obert, pot room with the alchemical supplies and the runic circle on the ground, pot in the back, demon inside of it. And then we went into the mass murder room and we saw Sad, and she made that guy. Did you make him kill himself? Did he kill himself? Or did you kill him?
Captain, yeah, no, he killed himself.
Ah, okay, that's fair. He had to come in anyway. He was a jerk. And then we followed Sad into like the throne room, and then we found out that I'm gonna give him the wrong name. I always think that his name. I get those two. I gave them like two fancy names. Where are you? Valencio, not Ignacio. It's because I did CO. I was in a CO mood that week. Valencio. We found out he's a very honest man. I actually liked him. Like I kind of like he was a total jerk, absolute animal. But he was just like, "What do you want to know?" I hate that guy. He's a tool. I forget what other fucked up stuff he said, but he was a jerk. That guy. And then we shot him in the head. I think we thought he was going to like be a boss, but we just shot him in the head and he died. And then Sad was like, he was just a dude. He was just a guy, just a rich dude. You shoot rich dudes in the head, they die. And then we had this mimic thing with Sad, where she did all these like pantomimes. When I get my new office is almost done. I just finished painting, and it's like nearly there. I got to put the floors in, but it's like it's not that very big. So once I start slapping the floor down, it'll be done quick. And then I can put my new desk in there, and I got a rising desk. So in the future, I can like be more animated. So Sad's going to be just absolutely fantastic. Anyway, because that's not important for right now.
Good to know she's reoccurring.
I told you I told you she was going to be I literally said that she was going to be reoccurring. In universe, I was like, I forget who said it. I think it was the guy who shot in the face. And then Sad let you kill her. You shot her a couple times, and she was like, joking around. You killed the mask, and then black stuff poured out. Troy and Caitlin succeeded the wisdom saving throw, I think, and Tom and maybe Damien. And Damien failed, I think. And they saw the vision. You two did not. Yeah. And then we went to bed. we made a pillow fort for Obert, and we went to bed. That is what actually did happen. When I say it out loud, when we were doing it, I was like, this is fine. But in hindsight...
This is cute. Yeah.
No, it's still fine. It's great.
We're in a hidden location. We shouldn't be bothered.
I'm helping him feel comfortable.
That's weird. I wonder why Connor's is so low. That's interesting. Connor, have you not been paying? It's like totally slipped up.
I mean, I was talking to my mom about it. We have this card on it. I thought that it's been paying this whole time, but that is
I'm pretty sure it has been. That is concerning. I'll check. I think you have been, so I don't know. That is weird, though. They only have 7 sessions. That's strange, because you definitely have more than that. You've got to be like at least in the 30s or 40s.
I mean, yeah, because maybe I missed a few in this one, but because that's the thing. We had so many with the other one, so that doesn't really make any sense.
Okay, so that is what happened. So we wake up the next day in our in our pillow fort with Obert. I think I might have already said that. Obert made a little carving and he painted it red and he put it on a Darren's, like next to a Darren. And he's like in the corner of the pillow fort, like facing the wall, and you wake up, and that's what's there. There's over in the corner, little thing by Darren, and then you guys are in a pillow fort. That's it. Yeah. I hope that was a good recap, actually. So what do you guys do? You guys come to, and you're in this pillow fort in this underground mansion, and you have finished your task.
I guess we go back to Heimdall.
I do think. Oh, let's get him back here. I do think that with Alyssa gone, Darren, you could probably use the roadie. But Alyssa could use the roadie too if she were to, because I think the roadie would probably say something, but I don't. She's not here to be like, yeah, I have the roadie activated, and I don't want to turn her into an NPC. You could head back to Heimdall. I don't know if you know how you would get back to Heimdall from your current position, but you do know how to leave the castle. With that being said, the only complication of leaving the castle is that Ober is still afraid of stuff.
Outside.
We just blindfold him. We just blindfold him and take him to gas hats. I think that was the plan.
I mean, that's what Leopold thought of. Like, oh, gas hats could use him, but getting him there is a fucking problem.
You guys got like
blindfold him.
What level are we on?
You're on the 99 and a half, not 100 and a half. 100 and a half is correct.
We have to get to what, 1?
31 is the room, is the floor where Gas Hat and the inn and where your party's at and everything. Well, your
fucking distance.
It'd be really nice if he was a bugbear and could just
fit
in a box.
Yeah,
we could just jam him into a box and put him on our back.
Now y'all want Zergo here, okay. Make everyone
I never had an issue with Zergo.
Well, when Leopold wakes up, he is going to raid the rest of the wine and just like start filling his backpack up with like 3 or 4 bottles.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's not bad. Even from an economic perspective, it's pretty. You should take that one. I think he drank 2 bottles, and there's 4 more in the like little cooled barrel fridge thing that he had.
Yeah, I'll take all 4. Fuck it.
Oh yeah.
Well, we haven't really searched the entire house to see if there's anything else, or even if there's a way to get the fuck out of here. We should probably do that before just trying to get everyone out, looking at the ogre. We've only seen like 4 rooms since we've been here. And 3 of the 4 we fought in.
That's true. I guess we could get a lay of the land. You had some nice stuff, maybe some information.
And if the big fella here
He turns
having
around.
problems,
He like kind of looks over his shoulder, tucked into the corner. What?
but we're gonna be going outside, so I'm assuming you don't want to be doing that.
Oh.
Just
I think I could do it. Oh.
Just rip some of them curtains off and put them over your head, and a Darren here won't guide you wrong.
Yeah.
He scratches his head, and he kind of like peeks out of the pillow fort to see the curtains you're talking about, and then he like goes back in. Oh, I don't know about this.
Think of that as a portable pillow fort.
You gotta leave sometime. There's not gonna be somebody to bring you food anymore. We have somewhere nice to take you.
Well, I've still got this whole bag. And he looks around for the bag of rotted muffins, and he finds it and he picks up. I've got plenty of food.
Let's be real, fella. That bag there's just shite. All right. We get you
Hey,
out. You're gonna
this is a
taste real
present.
food. Real food. Cooked food, uncooked food, whatever the fuck you fancy. Wine, beer, ale, potentially a shower or bath.
Ah, no. Over afraid of water.
All right, fuck water then. But I do know a place that could use your help.
Really? Over's big help.
And very strong, it looks like.
My mom always said that I was very strong, and I know how to do lots of things. I can make masks.
I've noticed.
I've gotten pretty good at whittling. I can whittle something from time to time, and I'm good at finding things.
Like what things?
Like muffins.
Oh fuck, okay, I thought that was gonna be useful. Well, I knew someone that could.
Hufflepuffs are particularly good finders.
He's got
Are they also
He's got big-
agoraphobes?
he's got big Hufflepuff energy.
He really does.
Are Hufflepuffs also agoraphobes?
Some of them probably are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Listen, big fella. Darren seems to have taken a liking to you. And I'm assuming I have a
Over leans in. He goes, "Really?
16 perception. Do I see the figure?
It wouldn't have been hidden. So, I mean, I think you could have seen it. I don't see why not.
And I see you've taken a liking to her. So if you follow her, this is where he like theatrically goes like, "I'll put in a good word.
You do that for me?
You have to get your arse out of here though now. All right? No fussing, no huffing. Get the fuck out with us."
He scratches his chest and he looks around, and as he looks around the group, he like kind of like side eyes at Darren, like really sheepishly looks away. He goes, "Oh, okay, I can do that. Oh, come on, guys, we gotta go." And he starts walking out of the pillow fort.
Love them make you do stupid things. And Abel packs his shit up and starts just looks like down the hall, left, right.
He succeeded his saving throw to not get scared.
Holy shit, he has a saving throw to do. Fuck, we're screwed.
At disadvantage, he succeeded it, so that's nice. I like Ober. A good
Just
for
walks
you.
over. Abel just walks over to Darren and goes, "He's your problem. You know that, right?"
It's fine. He's gonna be fine.
He gets outside the pillow fort and he like looks back into the pillow fort. And, come on, it's right this way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Wait, you're leading us. Where the hell are we going?
We're getting out of here. You said that once we get out of here, you lean in close to you. Put in that word.
But there might be some things here we may need. We
There's
gotta like
nothing
look.
I need, and he starts walking out.
I think you did too good of a job convincing him to go.
Yeah, let's put a pin in that comment for later. I fucking follow the ogre, I guess. Damn it.
Follow the ogre.
Are we
He goes
going
out.
on a field trip?
No, Miss Frizzle.
No. Oh, okay.
We're going back to
Ogre turns
Hangdale.
around. Ogre turns around.
Oh.
We going on a field trip, Mr. Rabbit. And then he
See, field trip. We go pillow fort, then field trip, and then ship. Right? It's the natural order of things.
It's not wrong.
I wouldn't call it the natural order, just the particular one that we're about to do.
Cool. Hey, by the way, can you wait? I need to say this. Can you guys put in a good word in for me with your captain?
Are you coming? Are you joining?
I mean, yeah, we were like such a great team. I mean, Leovold did all the work, but you know, we just kind of like really. I felt like we really gelled and like, you know.
Yeah, we'll put in a good word. He's pretty.
Have you ever
Okay.
been out in the blue before?
I kind of spent most of my time in Grand Rise. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't know if this is where like I was born.
Right. So let's do a quick little as the ogres walked away. We don't got much time, so let's just do a little quick imagination scenario. You're locked in this room where we slept
Mhm.
for like days on end. Can you handle it without going crazy?
Yeah, yeah. As long as I have coffee and I can make coffee, then I won't go crazy.
When you make coffee, do you have to like use the best equipment, or is it okay if you do you know how to use like shite things, makeshift things? Because that sometimes happens.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could, you know, sprinkle some magic in there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of like a crapshoot. Like the one that I gave you that you were like, it's like tar or whatever. Yeah, that was bad. I didn't have all of my tools, but maybe like as time goes on, I could get more tools. I get more things, and then
Actually, yeah.
I could be like a full blown like the Buck of Stars or something like that.
We don't have a barista.
Fuck off.
We could use one of the ship.
oh, fuck off. Oh, God.
And then we can like, and then I can get like green aprons, and then maybe instead of just coffee, I could do like little sandwiches or like little ball donuts and stuff. You know,
What
First
would
step
be
is
the
getting on the
logo?
ship.
yeah. And then maybe this, I think, is a really cool idea. While we're on the ship, we can have other ships come through, like through the drive-through, and
Fly through?
fly through. Yes,
Mm.
exactly.
I don't think the cotton would. Oh, this is getting
If
harder
it
to
makes
like.
us money, he would.
Thank you,
He's getting
Darren.
paid by fucking Heimdall, who now pretty much owns all of Grand Rise, according to the recently deceased.
That's even more reason why I don't want to be here anymore.
So
Yeah.
we'll be working
Do you
for
not like
him. So
Heimdall?
I mean,
No, it's not that I don't like Heimdall. I just some of the things that the was it Ignacio, not Ignacio, Valencio, that guy said it's like pretty scary stuff. Like it's kind of like maybe we should get the ship and just like hightail it out of here, come back later, whatever. I mean, there could be crazy uprising, you know, change of power, robots just
oh
kind
no,
of, you know.
there already is. After the bullet went through his head, that's when the power changed into Heimdall's favor. He's
I mean,
going to
I didn't
probably-
physically see the power change, but maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe it happened like metaphorically or something. But
Not everything's super magical or like spectacular. Paper does rule a lot of cities.
I guess it
I
does.
mean, money rules most of them.
I mean, the book says so itself, pointing towards
Oh.
Darren in the book.
Speaking of money, could I have?
No,
we got like
fucker, you have the diamond. You think I forgot
know-
about that thing?
no, I know.
If anybody remembered that fucking thing.
Yeah, I do have the diamond, but then we also have like these 5,000 like gold gem thingies. Could I like just like take one I need it for something.
I don't.
You know what? I'll trade you the big one, and you can have the big one. I take the little baby one, just one of like 5,000.
I don't have gyms or the
I
money.
I have I have the gems. I'm just saying, it's collectively all of ours. You
What the
know.
fuck you want? I don't care.
Oh,
As long as I get my
okay.
cut.
Oh, okay. All right. I
Bullets
mean,
aren't cheap.
yeah.
While you're having this conversation, you hear Ober outside in the hallway, in the throne room. It's very echoey in there, and you're just like one room away. He's talking to somebody, and he's saying, oh, "Hey, come on! It's time to get up. We've gotta go. Come on!" And he just like keeps saying that. Some
So
variation of that.
I'm gonna go out there. Like, who's out there?
Art?
You go outside, and he's got
Honestly,
Ignacio on his shoulder, and there's a cut. He's got over by one of the demon dudes that were masked, and he's, come on, it's time to wake up. We've gotta go.
they're staying here.
He looks back at you. Why, you said there wasn't going to be any foods.
you got
They're
this.
taking a really long nap.
That's what you're going with.
Ain't they going to be hungry when they get up?
You know, they might be, but that is an issue for them to problem solve. If Valencia has a lot of money and a lot of power, he'll just like pay somebody. It'll be fine.
I could carry him out of here for you guys.
No, I think that's good. He wants to stay here. He said so before he took his long nap.
His dirt nap.
He turns, Natsuri holds him up, and he said, do you want to stay here, mister? And he's just fucking dead. His whole back of his head's blown out. He's not saying anything. Is that all?
That's normal. Totally normal.
Okay. And he finds an empty seat, and he puts him in the seat, and you just go ahead and rest a little. And he puts his head back. You be a good boy. And then he gets up and he starts walking towards the big door at the front of the throne room.
He's so precious.
Yeah. Adorable.
Yeah, I don't think carrying around dead bodies is adorable, but to each his own.
Are you going to be able to leave him
No, they're
here?
dead.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're taking a dirt nap.
Shh. Just a nap. Just a long nap.
Oh, just a long nap. Okay.
It's fine.
All right, let's get out of here, guys. Come on.
Ober goes through the throne room doors into the big hallway area, and he sees one of the dead bodies. And he goes, Darren!
Also taking a nap. Everybody who was not us wanted to take a nap. They were so tired, so incredibly tired. It's like they're all like Sleeping Beauty. They are waiting for their love to come and wake them up.
Did these guys have a big party before they took their naps? Because there's juice all over the floors. I could go get a mop.
They had the biggest party, but that's all part of the challenge. That's all.
But we shouldn't leave them napping in a pool of juice.
No, that they wanted that.
I think it's called wine.
Why would they want that? They're going to wake up and they're going to be all wet and they're going to be like, oh, I think I wet myself in my sleep. And they're going to panic and they're going to get up and they're going to trip on the juice.
Some people like weird things.
Oh, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he know about this?
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Good night. And then he starts walking across the bridge to the front door.
I need to invent a Scantron to see where this guy's like knowledge lies.
What is this man's IQ?
Because he doesn't know dead, but he knows what like the birds and the bees and shit. Like
You didn't ask him what he's talking about.
I don't know what this dude's talking about.
Oh, it's one of those things. Okay. Goes across the bridge, goes to the front door, goes out into the cathedral, and when he opens, he goes, "This was a big party," and then he just starts walking through the cathedral area out to the front door.
Darren, you're the leash. He's getting away.
No, it's good. It's all good. We're following.
Are you gonna be okay to leave him?
It's fine. I mean, in a way.
No,
like,
not the situation. You.
No, it should be fine. It'll be totally fine. He'll get settled at Gas Hats, and then we'll go.
Yeah, him and Titus will just be best of friends.
Oh yeah.
He gets
Where's
outside.
he walking to?
He walks to there was that big open area with the pillars where you guys had that first combat.
Yeah.
He's walking through there now to the front door that goes out to the little grassy area, the entryway, the entryway through the concrete hallway.
Yeah. Where we got dropped off at.
Yes.
But we did it via helicopter. And
yes, you did. That's correct.
And like, is there a way out that we can walk, or is it just like cliff?
No, the cliff has like a walkway. There is like a probably about 10-foot wide slab where the helicopter landed, and you can walk across that. And there are stairs that go farther down to like lower levels where there's more of these housing blocks, and they go up. You're actually on the side where the financial district was, where you got attacked by the clowns earlier. So you'd be coming up around where you got blown up that first time, actually.
Awesome. Make sure he doesn't talk to any of the vendors or stray people that we walk by, because they're definitely going to notice.
Also, I'm assuming we've proved the Lamplighter's innocence now, that we've pretty much like beaten Valencio and everything, right? Because wasn't that what the letters and everything was? Like, wasn't it like them?
Supposed to.
The letter said that Valencio was the head of the Lamplighters. So while he was in charge of the Lamplighters, hypothetically or theoretically, the Lamplighters themselves are. I guess you don't know what the outcome is going to be yet. It could go either way, maybe. I think that I think your character could come to the conclusion that since Valencia is the leader of the Lamplighters, the Lamplighters would still be the organization as a whole would still be held responsible for blowing up the ship. The heat might drop down when the news comes out that Valencio was the head of the Lamplighters and he's been taken into custody or whatever story they're going to make. But it's probably still not. They're not going to be like free if they're still going to be effectively framed, pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Obert gets outside of the cathedral. He yells back down the entryway with the big pillars. Come on, guys, we're almost out of here.
Okay.
Quicken our pace, I guess.
You guys are really slow. You're tucking in all the sleeping boys.
Yep. Making sure they're all really comfortable.
That's really
Nice and cozy.
Well, it's right this way. And then after that, I don't know anything.
It's okay. Well, we got it figured out.
I hope so. I don't. But I trust yous. And he starts walking out to the concrete hallway. You guys will eventually, it takes about, I think the walk is about like 5 or 10 minutes down the concrete hallway. It's pretty long. When you get out, you're in like that big open chasm. Oh. Oh, he succeeded again. He didn't succeed by a lot. He gets out there and he's kind of shaking. His like legs are kind of shaking. And oh, 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 this place is really big. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll be okay. Listen, I get really nervous around crowds sometimes and around people sometimes, but I am able to talk with them and to go in the crowds and get over that fear. Mostly, occasionally not. And so if I can do that, you can face this.
How'd you get over it?
I just kind of did. We would advocate drinking. Have you tried wine before?
Oh, I've never tried wine. That's no good for you, miss. You shouldn't be drinking that stuff.
Okay, nope. Yep, I just got over it. I just faced it.
My mom's always said that you shouldn't drink nothing spicy.
It's more fruity, really.
Oh, is it like juice?
Yeah,
So some taste like juice.
it's like juice. Really sweet. Some of them can be bitter and dry, but it's juice.
I don't want any of that stuff, but the one that's sweet, maybe. Is there some of that up there? Somewhere?
Oh, there's loads of it up there.
Is there lots of people?
Not where you're going.
Are they going to make fun of me? And they're going to say, oh, look, it's the fat piggy boy. And when I walk down the streets,
If
I
they
don't
do
think you'll be
that,
walking down the streets except for this last time.
they're going to laugh at me and say, piggy boy, and they're going to make the pig noises.
has that happened to you before?
No.
Then why do you think it would happen?
Where's this coming from then, fella?
you okay? No, it's just a hypothetical situation. This never happened to me one time.
Again, your IQ is astonishing. You use big words, but sometimes... Anyways, no one's going to make fun of you if they do. I'll shoot him in the knee.
Oh, hey! That's not nice.
It's not nice to make fun of a friend of a friend.
No, mister, I'm disappointed in you. You got to be the bigger man. And then he starts walking up this. He starts going down the walkway.
Did I just get morally explained by a creature that's been locked in a room for like a decade at least?
Yep.
I want to leave this place faster and faster every day.
Yeah. All right, when you guys start leaving, Jane, Luke, can you hear me? If you can't hear me, you're muted. If you can't hear me, then you can't hear me. Give me 10 seconds. Then I'll continue.
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, there he is. Oh, you were at 9 seconds. You're close.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted and I couldn't remember what the hotkey was.
That's okay. You can mute yourself on the screen, I think. Actually, I don't know what it looks like as a user, but for me, on the front of the screen at the very bottom, there's like stop screen, settings, stop cam, mute. You can mute yourself from the screen. It might be easier. I'm not sure.
Yep, it is. I just tried. Thank you.
Yeah, that might be easier. You'll get the hang of it. So, Jane, just to not leave you out of the party for too long, you've been assigned a task recently. And who said Jane? Yeah, that's Luke. I think. Yeah. You've been assigned a task recently, and you've heard some rumors and done some digging in order to complete the task at hand. Can you give me? Let me think. It could be persuasion. It could be insight. And this is for the process of obtaining the information that you're about to get. Hopefully, don't
Okay.
do one. First roll of the game. It's either a natural 1 or a natural 20. It's the way it goes.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said it's the first roll of the game for you, so it's either going to be a natural 1 or a natural 20. It's the way it goes.
Okay.
Can you? Are you using D&D Beyond to roll? You're rolling digital dice.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, so
I got these physical dice here.
It should be if you have the character sheet pulled up. You just click on whatever it would be. Well, what
I
was
rolled
it?
a 6.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's okay.
Of course.
It could be worse. It wasn't, unless it was a natural 1. Was that a natural 1, or is it a 6 plus? Is it a 6 plus stuff, or is it something plus stuff?
It's just a 6.
D&D Beyond does all the math for you, right?
Yeah.
It took you some time to dig up information about the people you've been tasked to find, and upon like searching the floors in which sightings were occurred, kind of like following the trail, you kind of go by this this trail of mayhem that's been left in the city over the past couple of days, and you've been sort of like one step behind. You found this like home up in the 70th floors that was just like blown up, and like it was like quarantined off. You managed to maybe pay off some BDD guys to like kind of go do a walk around. Absolute chaos in this like underground sewer. You kind of went through there. You found like signs of combat everywhere, dead dudes in the sewers. Go up and you find yourself a few floors up. There's like a statue. There's like explosions. The area again quarantined off. You kind of keep going, and this leads you up to the 101st floor of Grand Rise. And actually, Jane, because this is a weird concept, Grand Rise, the city you find yourself in and have found yourself in for quite some time, is a floating city. It's above the clouds, as everything is to some extent. But it is 101 floors, and each floor, they range in size. It kind of is like a helix. It's like it kind of balloons out in the middle. Helix isn't the right word. It's like an acorn or something. It's an oval. And the bottom floors are like small, and they get progressively bigger, and then it kind of bows out in the middle, and then it goes up, and it gets kind of smaller and smaller until it gets to the top. And the first floor, technically the 101st floor, is like real big again. So it has this like plate at the top of it. And you go up and down, kind of following this trail of people, and as you or of chaos rather, and as you do, eventually find yourself on the 101st floor, and there's like these murders that happened at one of the local like one of the really nice inns up here on like the rich district of the 101st floor, and it's just absolute chaos. And the things that you were told by your organization are appearing to be pretty much true, and you're probably intrigued to some extent, at least like it's interesting business. But eventually find from somebody that they were seen on the 31st floor in an inn. Let me check my notes here because it's been a while since we were at that place. The Sky Saucer, and you've heard of the place before. You know where it is. It's a little bit low floor for you, maybe, but you start heading down there, and it takes you a little bit of time to traverse all the way down from the 101st floor to the 31st floor. Maybe at some point during that journey, you take a little rest or something, but eventually you find yourself on the 31st floor of Grand Rise, outside of this big inn. It has these it's got like a white stone exterior, these red oak doors, gold around the outside, and then this sign that hangs down with like a bowl with like clouds kind of billowing out of it. It says the Sky Saucer. Um, you know who you're looking for, at least to some extent. You have a pretty decent idea of like what kind of folk they might be. You know, they're not just regular people. So as you enter in the Sky Saucer, some like waitress or somebody greets you. Is Jane like a talkative kind of person, all business kind of person? What's Jane's attitude? Like if somebody were to come up and be like, "Hey," greet you at the door and be like, "Do you want a table or something?" How does Jane react to something like that? Just out of curiosity.
More business. All business.
Person comes up. You probably, in this situation, you may not even like respond as you start to kind of like scan the floor. There's a staircase directly in front of you. There's like a seating dining area to your left. There's the little like waitress. There's this little like alcove where the hostess kind of stands, who you're just kind of like ignoring at the moment. And you turn your eyes to the right, and you see there is this big open floor with this spiraling staircase in the middle. At the bottom of the spiraling staircase, there is a circle bar that like kind of goes around it. Give me, I'm not sure what you rolled the first time, but this time, give me, it could be perception or it could be investigation. It's one or the other.
Perception. $18.
That's better.
Yeah.
As you start to examine the floor, of this bar, you see a few people that stand out like immediately. There's an Aarakocra who's got this like dark green kind of sash on. There's like some gold tassels hanging from it. There's like gold inlays along the sides, and he's sitting next to a pretty large dragonborn, red-skinned dragonborn, who's like nursing a drink in front of him at the bar. They immediately stand out pretty heavily. And you're like, compared to everybody else, like the dragonborn has like a huge, he's got plate armor on, big sword, and the Aarakocra is just, it's rare to see an Aarakocra in Grand Rise to some extent, at least more rare than would be to see most other things. As you continue to scan the room, on a raise, there's these like on the walls, so this whole area kind of like rises up, and there's no ceiling. I mean, there is eventually, but there's like 4 stories. It just kind of goes straight up, and along the walls there are these various balconies that are connected by this spiraling staircase in the middle of the room. And at each level, there are like these bridges that come off the spiraling staircase. And some of those bridges go directly to a balcony. Some of them go across to like a door that must go into like a different area that leads to the balconies behind these walls. On the 3rd floor, you can see leaning over the railing a older man, maybe in his like 50s or 60s, like still in good shape, kind of salt, primarily salt, but there's a little bit of pepper still in his beard. He's got kind of like medium length hair combed back, and then he has this like big blue Defense Force jacket on, this big like sailor jacket that has like these gold buttons on it. There's a couple little like trophy award things like on the lapel. White shirt underneath, and he's leaning over this railing, and you're like the Dragonborn, the Aircroaker. You didn't hear anything about them specifically from anybody, but they do kind of stand out, and you're intrigued. But that guy up there is definitely the captain that was spoken of, Captain Edward, and you know that that's the man that you're looking for, or at least one of the people they're looking for. He's the head honcho of that group. How about Jane, seeing the object of her task? How does she immediately react to that? You're kind of standing in this middle area. You're not in the bar yet. You just kind of scan the room, see him. The hostess gave up talking to you like a minute ago. What's Jane's like first instinct?
Jane would walk right up to him, ask him if he was the captain of the Nomad.
You make your way into the bar. It's like probably midday, so it's not packed. There's like a lot of open floor space. It's not like the middle of the night where like it might be full to the brim. So you're able to just walk right in. The bar is split in half, kind of. So there's these two half circles, and then there's an alleyway between the bar where you can access the central spiraling staircase. You go up that spiraling staircase, get to the third floor. There isn't a bridge connecting directly to the captain's balcony, but you do see one of the bridges that connects to a door, and you can surmise that that's probably the quickest way to him. So you start crossing that bridge, assumedly. He is like, you can see him, and like from here you could just be like, hey, are you the captain? But I don't know if that's what you would do, but I will give you the opportunity to say no. I just yell at him, or I'm gonna like cross the bridge and get out of this hallway.
Well, I'm going to cross the bridge. I don't want to go through the door, though. I mean, is it locked?
No. You go across the bridge. The bridge kind of sits behind like maybe a 5 by 10, like little, like kind of like a balcony, this little landing. So you don't like walk off the bridge right into a door. There's a little landing that the door is connected to. You walk up there, turn the doorknob, just kind of like open it a little bit. Maybe sounds like maybe a professional. You do like a little quick check, and it's just a hallway. It goes down. You can see there are doors on just the one side of the wall, and then the other side of the wall is bare for the most part, but there is like some artwork and stuff on the walls. You have a pretty good idea because he's like to your right on the far wall. So you have a pretty good idea that if you were to go down this hallway to the right, take the right, and go down, he's probably like the third or fourth door on the right, access his balcony, assuming it's like unlocked and you can just walk in.
Okay, yeah, I head down there.
You start walking in the hallway.
Yes.
You get to the third or fourth door. Give me a history check for Jane to see how well she can recall which door is the correct door.
13.
Not bad. She's pretty confident. You're pretty confident that it is the fourth door, not the third door. And as you walk up to that door, presumably go for the knob, you give it like a little bit of a hesitant shake. You don't want to like slam into this thing, like announce your presence necessarily. You turn the knob and it is unlocked. You could hypothetically turn the knob and open the door and just walk in.
Okay, I'm going in.
You turn the knob, open the door. There's a little bit of a black space in here. There's like this, there's this entryway. There's some steps that go down. In this area that goes down, there is a couch. It's like this wraparound half circle couch that's set around a little table. You can see there's some beverages and like some half smoked cigars on the table. And there's nobody else in here. About maybe 30 feet away, you can see the back of the captain leaning against the railing, just like looking down at the balcony, but at the floor below. And he doesn't seem to be alerted to your presence.
Okay, well, I kind of, well, not yell, but I loudly introduce. I try to get his attention from afar. I don't want to startle him.
What do you? What does Jane say? What do you say to do that?
Captain? Like the question, is that you?
You see, he seems to hear you, and he kind of drops his head, rubs the back of his neck, and he leans up and he kind of stretches his back against the balcony. You kind of audibly hear him take this like big breath. And he says, "It's about damn time!" And he starts turning around, and he's like, "Oh shit! I'm sorry. Who the fuck are you?"
I'm Jane.
That means fuck all to me. Nice to meet. Nice to meet you, Jane. Who's
Well, you don't know me, but I know you. I'm looking for work.
you're looking for work, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, shit.
You are the captain of the Nomad, right?
Yeah, well, you're informed. How do you know that? Not to be. I tend to find that when random people just kind of know about you, that it's not a good thing.
The Dragon King at the bar.
Wait, what'd you say there? I'm sorry.
They were talking about it at the bar.
Are you fucking shitting me?
No?
He turns around and goes, "Hey! Hey! Aethra! You no good feathered son of a bitch! You shut your goddamn mouth!" And then he turns around and he says, "All right, well, yeah, sure. What can you do? You ever been on a ship before?"
Yeah. I've been on a ship many times. I have many skills. I can procure things. I can heal.
What does Jane look like when you are you armored up? Are you like in some like more like nonchalant clothes? Are you like full
Casual.
regalia?
He's casual.
Can you raise a mast, lower a mast, maybe fucking steer the ship on occasion if something comes up? We get into a storm. If somebody's freaking the fuck out. How are you under pressure? You handle pressure all right?
Cool, calm, and collected.
Can you fight?
Surely.
You ever
See
kill
this
anybody?
sword? I wield this sword well.
Have you ever killed anybody?
From time to time, when necessary.
What's your wage?
What's my what?
What's your wage? Did I
Wage.
stutter?
20 gold a week.
Holy shit.
Negotiable.
Are you out of your fucking mind? All right, fuck it. Hit me.
Hit you.
Hit me.
Okay. So I swing and hit him.
Do an attack roll.
Okay.
And you actually have. Do you still have the do you have the unarmed strike proficiency? Were you like tavern brawler for a second there, or did you get rid of that?
I got rid of that. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say that actually was gonna come in handy here for a second.
We changed it so many times.
Yeah, we did. We did. I couldn't remember. I think you're a great weapon now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. All right. Well, still attack roll, strength. No, probably not proficiency though. So it's gonna be just 20 plus your strength.
19. 20
So
plus
you do
strength.
hit
Right?
him. Yeah, you do hit him. Your strength with you don't have the amulet does make your strength a 20, but that probably isn't reflected in D&D Beyond. So just try to keep a mental note that your strength is actually 20 and your dex is actually 17, assuming you're attuned.
Okay.
Which I assume you would be. You can make items in D&D Beyond, but I haven't toyed around with it, so I'm not a big help there. I could mess around and try to make it in D&D Beyond for you. But with that being said, you don't have to have a brawler, so it does 5 points of damage. He says hit him, but he's pretty non-specific. Do you go for like a gut punch, like straight jab to the chest? You like punch him and like try to go through and like throw him as hard as you can, pop him in the face. What's Jane's choice
I
here?
think it's a chest jab, sternum.
I punch him in the throat. You hit him right in the punch him in the throat. He's like, you're like 20 fucking gold. You hit him right in the sternum. He recoils a little bit. Oh shit! All right. Oh damn! All right. Oh my goodness! All right. You hit pretty hard for a little thing. I'll tell you what. I ain't gonna pay you 20 gold. But I'll pay you. Let's meet in the middle, and I'll do 7 gold, 5 silver, and we'll feed you and board you.
7 gold, 5 silver. That's not in the middle.
So the other 2 gold and 5 silver is the room and the food.
Okay. Okay, deal.
And there's a lot of things that go into being a business owner. I'm going to have to get insurance for your ass. There's unemployment. So you got to include that too. Once everything's been included, it probably comes out to about the same.
I mean, he's got to be getting a big insurance payment for his ship, right?
He's got the Roth IRA. He's got workers' comp, short-term, long-term disability.
Yeah, we have a 10% match on your 401. So, well then, welcome aboard. Did I ask for your name?
Dirty Jane.
Yeah. Are you a sailor or like a pirate? Is that your fucking street name? Did your parents name you Dirty Jane?
Dirty Jane is a nickname from my home city.
I don't mean to come off as possibly offensive, but are you a woman of the night?
No.
All right, that's fine.
Just known as crafty.
I just want to make sure we already got Nettie's ass on the ship. I don't need another one of you. Yeah, that's fine. Here, your first payment. He pulls out a little coin pouch, takes out gold, hands to you, says, "Can you go get me just like a mid-tier whiskey, like a
Hamilton?
Rumsteader or something, and just a mix with something like I don't care, something, and keep the rest out and bring it back."
Okay. I had to bar.
And those other 2, them fuckers that told you, that said whatever happened, that's Hedaru and Orfskier. You can introduce yourself to them if you want. Hedaru won't shut the fuck up if you do, and Orfskier isn't going to probably respond to you, just so you know.
Okay, will do.
He gives you a nod. He turns around. He goes back to the balcony. You hear him a couple times as he starts walking back, rubbing his chest. What do you take his 1 gold piece?
I ask him what's wrong with his chest.
Nothing. Fuck off. I'm fine.
Okay. I head to the bar.
You start going downstairs. You go out, back, across the bridge, the spiral staircase, down to the bar. You see the Red Dragonborn, Orf Skier, and the Aarakocra, Hedaru that he mentioned, sitting at the bar. There is some open seats around them, but that's up to you. Otherwise, you can just order them a mid-tier whiskey, something mixed in there. It'll be like probably 2 silver or something, and bring it back to him if you want to, or do something else.
I will order the mid-tier whiskey and for Hedaru as well. And the other, what was the other one's name?
Orf Skier.
Or Skier. I'll order them a drink as well. And
You,
introduce myself.
You order the drink, kind of wait as the waitress comes over. She hands you the 3 drinks. 9 silver, so there's 1 silver left over at the end of it all. Pocket that or whatever. You have these 3 drinks, you go over and you set them down, and Orskier does not react, but Hedaru turns and he says, "Oh, hello. Hello." And what do you say?
I'm Dirty Jane. Glad to meet you. Got hired by the captain.
Oh, congratulations. That's very nice. Welcome to the crew. I'm Heteru, and this is Orfskier. Orfskier, say hello. Don't mind him. Why don't you take a seat? Tell me about yourself. Dirty Jane, is that
It's a nickname.
okay? Fine, Dirty Jane. It feels offensive.
No, it's a childhood name stuck with me.
That's I never had a nickname. Never had a nickname. It's actually sad. Anyway, where are you from?
Born here.
In Grand Rise.
Yep.
Never left?
Nope.
And you're going to join the Nomad?
Yes. That's the
Well-
plan. It's my dream.
It's your dream to join the Nomad?
Yeah. Sail.
To sail in general, or to sail specifically on the Nomad?
Specifically on the Nomad.
Well, isn't that nice? Dreams do come true. Look at that,
Yeah,
Orfskier. That is
Yeah.
so nice. Well, welcome home. If there's anything I can do for you or Orfskier, you just feel free to let us know. The captain is around here somewhere. I guess you already know that. And there's Nettie. She's here too somewhere. And her assistant too. And then we have some other members, but they've been gone for a bit. But they'll be back soon, I'm sure. They'll be very happy to meet you.
Look forward to it.
You should.
I'll just sit here and drink.
He takes a drink. He starts drinking. He will continue to talk to you all day. He just keeps talking. He doesn't even care if you answer. He'll like keep talking about himself. He'll like ask you a question, and then if you don't respond within a few seconds, he will then just like he's kind of having a conversation with himself, almost. And Orskir just kind of sits quietly as the day continues to pass. If you drink that drink, the captain is going to come down and be fucking pissed. And
Okay, I'll take him his drink.
I won't make you roll for it. You remember, oh shit! You like take a sip, and then you're like, oh shit! And you start going. You go back upstairs. You deliver him his drink. He just thanks you. He isn't he's unpleasant in a pleasant way. And then do you go after you've delivered him his drink? Do you go and sit with Hederu and Orskir and wait?
No, I find a nice corner to cuddle up in, and I watch.
There's several places. There's some. There are on the bottom floor himself. There is a few booths. Several of them are in the corners, and it's still, like I said, midday, so it's not packed. So there's one such corner that has a booth that is empty, and you kind of go in there, sit down. It's a comfortable seat, and you kind of just begin watching. Just watching the crowd, people watching, taking in the scenes, watching the two fellow crewmen, the captain up top. Give me a perception check, please.
$10.
Not super great. As the day kind of keeps winding on, it starts to get a little bit later. The light coming inside starts to kind of dim a bit. It starts being like a little bit like kind of an orange haze. At some point, as you were sitting down watching, you like look away from the captain for a bit. You're kind of watching Orskir and Hederu. They are like, you can't, at this point, it's like kind of like the early dinner. So people are starting to come in, starting to get a little more packed, starting to get a little more loud. You look over it, you're kind of watching Orskir and Hederu, and they like get into an argument, and you're just kind of like enthralled by the argument for a minute. Like Orskir looks like you can almost like visibly see him like shaking, and Hederu's beak is just like going and going and going, and Orskir eventually loses it, and he picks up Hederu's mug, and he just lifts it up and he pours it on his head. And then he gets up, and you can hear him just like roar. He doesn't like actually say anything. He just like fucking screams. And then he storms off, and he goes into the middle area where the staircase was that goes up to some other section of this inn. And then Hederu like wipes himself off and turns to the bartender and starts talking to her immediately. And then that's like kind of over. So your attention goes back to the captain's balcony where he's been for, at this point, like really just several hours. And now he's not there anymore.
Can I follow Orskir?
You could, yeah. You could follow Orskir. That's the red. I didn't think that was the option. I didn't know that's what you were at. That's good for you. Not hard to follow, by the way, either. He's like stomping his way upstairs as you get up and kind of quickly weasel your way through the crowd to the middle area, up the stairs. You can hear him thump, 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 thump. And you can tell you're probably like a staircase behind him. You hear him stop on the third floor. You can hear his thumping footsteps go down the third floor hallway. As you make your way up to the third floor, you get there just in time to see one of the back doors on the third floor on the right side close, and it kind of slams. What do you do?
Kind of walk over near there and kind of listen to see if I can hear anything.
By the door
Yeah.
that just slammed. Give me it's closed. It sounds like you don't try to open it. Give me a perception check.
$19.
You kind of put your ear to the door. You can hear through the door. It's been a while since I've voiced Orskir. You hear through the door. There is like almost just like kind of just like growling for a minute. Like, no good. Fucking No good fucking desert bird. Incessant. Talking. Ah! God! Gods! And then you can hear like some heavy breathing, and then he starts to quiet.
Okay, I head back downstairs.
Oh, okay. Okay. Head back downstairs. Heather's still sitting there at the bar, talking away at the waitress, who was like trying to like go to a different customer, and Heather is like physically walking around the bar so that he's like constantly is like kind of in front of her a little bit, and he just like is moving around, following her, and maybe you're like, okay, I get it. You look up to the captain's quarters, and you don't see the captain still. The captain's quarters, not his quarters, but the balcony where he was previously found.
I think I'll just sit here and watch Heteru for a little bit, see if the captain comes back out.
You sit and wait,
Yep.
and we will jump back to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Obert, Darren, Lucian, Leovold, Damien, you guys now are like ascending your way up to the financial district portion of the 101st floor. Alyssa is there. I'm not going to voice her. I'm not going to play her. She's probably just going to like kind of just bail out when she can. But she is technically there. How do you want to go about it? Are you, my question is, I guess, are you returning to the 31st floor to go to the Sky Saucer and like reunite with potentially that group, like your crew? Or is your primary objective right now to go to Hemdall and see what's up with that situation? You're muted.
Well, this is a dumb idea, but we could break the group up into threes.
Oh, here we go.
Split the party!
It gets everything done really quickly, potentially, and we shouldn't, Peyton, have any fuck ups.
Yeah. Who's the split? It's a three-way split, or it's you're splitting.
So here's the thing.
Oh, it's two-way split, 3 people, and you're counting Alyssa.
No, I'm counting the ogre. Alyssa can turn invisible anytime and fucking just dip. We've seen her do that where she just says, I'm not here. And we're like, ooh. But gas hats, Heimdall, captain. The captain, I was thinking Damien and our new bunny friend here. I would have to take the ogre.
You're gonna take over it? Oh god.
I have
okay.
to.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that knows where it's at.
That's true, yeah.
And Darren would have to go to Heimdall, which is not ideal at all. But honestly, me and Darren should switch, but we can't. That's if we wanted to do everything in one shot.
I think it's a decent plan.
I don't hate it.
I would go with it.
I don't think Damien would want to go to Heimdall's anyway, so I think he'd be cool with that.
Yeah, that's why I was like, just go to the captain.
Yeah, Lucian's done with all the robots.
It's still early. I mean, because you guys just woke up and everything. You probably woke up early to go about doing this in the first place. So it's like, it's like maybe 8 o'clock or something. So if you guys split up, Darren, how would the party go about getting you excuse me, to Hemdall. Just like yell really loud and hope there's like
She
a
has
visible
the
roadie
easiest
nearby.
way too.
What?
Darren has the easiest way technically because you constantly have Rhodey.
Yeah, I think it would probably be Rhodey.
You can take. I mean, Lister's gone, so and I definitely don't want her to like her NPC.
No, doesn't she have one
take
that like
Rhodey.
constantly watches her?
She did. Well, whether or not she still does, you don't.
Okay.
That's why I said to you, yell out. She's like, "Hey, Rhodey, I know you're fucking there. Send a helicopter.
I need a taxi.
I know you're watching me." You could do that; it might work. But there also is the Rhodey that Lister has, and I do think you guys should take her Rhodey because he's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd be cool taking him. He's totally gonna stab us in the back at some point. But for now, he's fun.
Facts.
Yeah, Jared would ask Rhodey to get some transportation back to Heimdall.
Would you like transportation for everyone, for all of your friends?
I think it's gonna be just me this time.
Are we going to ride together?
Yeah.
That is so exciting. I will call a gyrocopter now. And his like little eyes go closed for a second, and there's like a little like heartbeat looking thing that goes across the front of his face, and then he roars back to life. It's been called.
Thank you, Rhodey.
You're welcome, best friend.
You're my best friend too.
I love how fast people can make friends.
I know, right? It's great.
Please,
Yes.
for the love of God, tell me we left before the ogre heard that.
Obert like nudges you. Hey, does she always talk to bugs like that?
Ever since she got to this place, yeah. But come on, big fella.
You're
I got-
always so nice to bugs. She have a lot of bug friends.
No, not really. Listen, we'll talk and walk, all right?
Mr. Leovold, you know that when I was in the room for a few days, one of my best friends was a centipede named Larry.
I imagine.
Can you tell Mr. Darren that we both have bug friends?
You know what? If you walk with me, tell me everything you want to relate to her, and I'll do that. But first, I gotta get you to where you need to be.
Oh my god.
Where are we? Where is
gonna go-
it that I
We're
need
gonna
to?
go to a big building that potentially could house you, and
Well, are you guys gonna stay there too?
all right, I'm gonna level with you, friend. No, we're fucking getting out of here. But I don't think you'll fit on a ship, and I don't think my captain will actually want you on the ship. But
Well, how big's are your ships? Because I lived in that little room for a few days. So,
the rooms are normally smaller than the one you lived in there.
you
fella.
know, my mum says that it was really strong, and if your ship, I could lift it up sometimes when it gets stuck on things. And I'm really good at. I mop sometimes in my room.
Yep. Mhm. Listen, I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but let's just continue to walk to the first destination.
Is this because of money? Because I
No.
can lower my wage down to just a few scritches.
No, the scritches is fine. Fuck. Listen there, friend, fella. There's a place that has a little friend named Gas Hut.
Oh, is he just a little guy?
Yeah, he's tiny compared to you.
Well, lots.
He needs a bunch of big, strong fellas like yourself. He already has about one or two right now, but I think you might put them out of business, friend. Which
Well,
means
I don't want to make anybody lose their job.
they won't be losing their job because technically one of them doesn't even fucking work for the bastard. He's just staying there because of a friend.
Wait,
Annoying as fuck.
he doesn't pay his employees any scritches when they do his work.
Actually, I bet if you offered him that job, that payment, he'd jump right on that and probably give you 10.
Is he not very smart, this guy?
He's pretty smart. Not the smartest, but not bad. You know what? I'll even help him make
Used
something.
was a much harder sale, so I feel like he's probably not nearly as smart as you is.
He has some hiccups, but you can't
He's sick.
really. Listen, Ungrid, we're just gonna go through this place. I'm gonna introduce you. You're gonna show off your feats of all the way you can make masks and whittle and lift things and mop, apparently. If he likes it, you get to stay. If not, then I guess I have to harder sell the captain.
Well, I just think maybe you should tell us the captain about me, and then let him decide. And if he doesn't want me, then we can just, maybe lower the wage until he agrees. And then if he still doesn't want me, then I can work at the little sick man's big house.
Yep. Sick man, sure. Right. So, luckily for you, little sick man isn't far from a port where originally a ship blew up and it pissed us all off. So we'll swing by. I'll talk to the captain. I promise. Cross my heart. All that. If he wants you, we'll swing by and pick you up. If not, I'll talk to him into swinging by so you can say goodbye to your lovely lass.
Oh, that's very kind of you, sir. Cross my heart too. And bye everybody. See you, Mr. Darren.
Bye.
He's gonna I'm assuming Leovold, since Leovold's slightly under 6 foot, bobs his shin.
He's probably
just,
you'd be like waist. He's probably about twice your height.
Just taps him on the waist a little bit, makes him look down and be like, "Give her a wank." Close your eyes, like this.
Obert, I think you got something in your eye. Are you okay? Do you need me to blow it out?
No.
Do you need me to scritch it out?
No, it's just it's a wink, says the mister.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I butted in when I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. Go ahead, carry on. I'll be over here. Damien, let's go.
Yeah, boy,
Leovold's just looking at Damien like,
over. He as you start kind of pushing him. Oh, Mr. Leovold, would you hold my hand?
do I need to?
Well, you don't have to. I wouldn't make you, but it just would make me feel better if you did. And he looks up to this place is really big.
Literally shooting beams at a Darren right now over his shoulder, and he slowly, begrudgingly, raises his hand. Let's go.
Ober like puts his thumb in your hand, and then kind of walks like slightly behind you up to the top. And when he gets to the top, he sees all the people and everything kind of walking around. Oh, Mr. Leopold, are you scared? Why don't you stay right here and I'll keep you safe. Stay right here by my side. And you're just a little guy, and there's so many people around here. And then he kind of like wraps you up, and he starts like walking through the crowd of people, and everybody's just fucking staring.
Son of a. He just lets it happen because he's just so fucking massive that he's like,
You go like, son of a bitch. He goes, no, it's okay. You don't need to scream. It's not scary right now.
all right, I'll just tell you which way to walk. Let's go.
You head off. It's going to take you about 8 hours to get down to the 31st. Same thing for Lucian and Damien. They probably do a little bit quicker because they're not dealing with Obert. And then at Darren, the ship, the gyrocopter will arrive after about 30 minutes or so. And you'll get back to Hemdall's about the same, about 30 minutes from when the gyrocopter arrives, so about an hour. So let me keep it chronological. The gyrocopter arrives for you. Darren, you guys aren't allowed to adopt anything. I don't care how cute the mushroom man is. He's staying in the swamp.
No, about everything.
Harness him with the little drums.
Brody kind of flies in behind you. He floats down so that he like sits in the seat. And then you guys take off and you land on the landing pad 30 minutes later outside of Hemdall's floating gardens on the backside of the ship that's on the southwest corner of the establishment. Gyrocopter lands, door opens up. The butler is number 5. Thank you. The butler robot is standing there. He has like a little tallet on his arm and a tray. Hey, Mr. Darren, we were expecting you.
Okay.
Would you like some tea?
I'm good.
Very well. Follow me. And then he turns and walks into the pirate ship. Goes inside, goes down the steps, kind of does like an about face turn, and you come inside. I won't describe the interior again. Maybe I should for Jane, but she's not there, so it's fine. You come inside and you see at the bottom of the stairs to the right at the little table with several seats around it is Hemdall sitting there. He has, instead of like a mint green, today he's feeling a little bit blue. He's got this like kind of bright blue pin, like the tail suit on, has silver lined. He's got his copper cane kind of leaned up against his chair, and he's sitting leaned back, and he has like some paperwork in front of him. When you come in, he says, just yourself.
Yes, we split up to take care of business.
He grabs his cane, gets himself up onto his feet. He like kind of comes over to the edge of the bottom of the steps and kind of leans on the canes. I'm glad that it's you that has come. If it was going to be any of you, please come sit. Would you like some food? I assume Six has already offered you a drink, which.
I'm okay right now. Thank you, though.
He walks over to the table. He pulls out your chair and kind of like motions to it expectantly.
Right, yeah, Darren will sit.
Over sit, he kind of pushes it in a little bit as you sit down. He hobbles over to his chair, sits down, sets the cane to the side. He leans forward, puts his hands on the table. So, how did it go?
Well, pretty much everybody in the BDD that came with us is dead. I think actually everybody. The awful clown mask were awful. Just destroyed now, kind of, sort of. And Valencia is dead.
It's a tragedy. I thought for sure that he would surrender once a certain amount of force was applied. I'm sorry that you had to do that. And I'll make sure that the Herald gets a positive story about the lost servicemen. Are you okay?
Yeah.
It's okay to not be. That's a lot that you had to experience.
No, I'm good. Just, Valencia was swearing till the end that he didn't have anything to do with the explosions.
Heimdall leans back in his chair and he says, "Of course he didn't. He has never been one for accountability.
Right.
It's a shame. He wasn't a bad man, for the most part, anyway. He had his benefits. It's a shame it ended that way. But at least now that threat will hopefully stop. With the head of the Lamplighters gone, maybe the rest of them will dissipate. Probably not, but hopefully.
Do you really believe that?
Believe, which part do you?
Any of it? All of it?
No, I forgot the guy's name again. Hold on. What is this fucker's name? It's not Ignacio, it's Valencio. Valencio! No. Valencio's a piece of shit, and the Lamplighters will just find new work, or there'll be a vacuum and someone will fill it. And then in a few days, weeks maybe, if we're lucky, everything will go back to normal, and in a few years, if we don't manage to find security measures to prevent it, there'll be another whole, some new thing that I can't even begin to imagine. So, no, I don't believe it. But I do like to imagine.
What's your goal in all of this? I talked to the roadie that you had following us, and he said you're interested in our group. What? Said
Well,
some specific things, or maybe not said exactly, but
Well, of course I am. I mean, Captain Myron, the BDD man who passed, very capable gentleman. He's not here, sitting at the table. You are, and I presume the rest of your group is fine, or else you'd probably be in a different state. And then the rest of the Nomad, Captain Edberg's career, Nettie, Skier Ode. Um, the barbarian woman. Just it's a interesting bunch.
That's it.
But of course, you have it's a weird hodgepodge of war criminals and celebrities and geniuses and fools. It's yes, sorry, it's intriguing to say the least. And as I said, you're here; they're not. So my intuition wasn't wrong.
Fair. Which one am I? Genius, a fool? Just curious.
Dear, yeah, you're the heart. Um, I
A
have.
heart.
Yes, the emotional center, the guide, the sage, whatever word you prefer.
Okay. Well, I guess hopefully soon we'll be back exploring the blue. Is there anything specific that we should be looking for?
You'll be informed of that in time. I'm still talking to the head of the Aethra Academy, head of external affairs, the whole lot, the whole council has their own objectives, and I don't want to jump the gun and put myself at the center of everything. But you should have, and he kind of collects papers, gets them in a neat little stack, hands them across the table. Those are the blueprints for your new ship. As you can see, there are some empty areas as you go about it. A lot of those drawings are mechanical schematics and such, but there is a floor plan of the 5 different layers. So you should go about that with your crew and add your touches, and then return it so that I can have that done for you.
Okay.
Okay. Then he grabs his cane, pushes himself up, stands next to the table, and he puts his hand out.
What's he putting his hand out for?
You can't see me. He's putting it out to help you stand up.
Oh, okay. Okay. The Darren will take it.
Yeah. He doesn't. You take his hand. He helps you get up. He says, "It was a pleasure doing business. Thank you."
Yeah. You as well.
You and your crew have been more helpful than you know. Truly. And hopefully you will be rewarded in kind.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Don't bullshit me. I don't mean now, but like with Valencio saying he was a good man. Like he wasn't. He wasn't. We both knew that.
Uh, yes. When you have to constantly be running around in high society, you uh, learn to wear a mask most of the time. Sometimes it's you forget when to take it off.
Guess I get that. I can literally become another person or appear to be another person.
See? It's interesting.
Yeah.
Would you like the gyrocopter to take you back to the 31st?
Yes, please.
6. Please see Mr. Darren out. The butler bows and he walks to the stairs and he puts an arm to the stairs and right this way, miss.
I'll follow.
He like as you walk up the stairs, he kind of like he like doesn't touch you. He like kind of like puts his arms like in your airspace and then he like walks next to you up to the stairs to the door. He kind of opens it and he kind of sort of little slight bow as you go out, and then he goes over to the gyrocopter and like stands next to the door as it lifts, and then he points to it as you get in. He does like kind of a little bit of a bow in the open doorway of the gyrocopter. Safe travels, ma'am.
Thank you.
He steps back as the gyrocopter door closes and the thing goes on. Takes off into the air. Brody kind of hovers up, goes to the window. He says, "Wow, are you looking at this?"
No. I think Darren, the second she gets in, just kind of like collapses and is like, oh, that was a lot.
Oh, friend, what is wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong.
My scanners can tell that your heart rate is raised. There is certainly something wrong.
I just want everything to make sense. And nothing makes sense.
Existential dread.
Yup.
My worst enemy. I'm sorry.
It's your worst enemy?
I'm a robot.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. That makes sense.
Would you like me to sing a song?
Sure.
His like face kind of changes and it turns into like just like sound lines, and he starts playing like calming music.
Huh, that's nice. That might work better than alcohol, even.
You take the gyrocopter back to the 31st. Leovold. Actually, that's not true. Chronologically, you'd be last. Damien and Lucian, you guys arrive back at the Sky Saucer. Darren, you would technically get there first, actually. So before I do all that stuff, when Darren gets to the Sky Saucer, do you like go crash immediately? Do you like go right to the captain? What's Darren's move?
Well, I think I know that Damien and Lucian are also planning to head there, and are probably gonna check in with the captain. So I think Darren would more so want to like track down Nettie.
Okay, that's good. That works good because it doesn't mess up with continuity. She'd probably be in her room, which you do know where that is. So you go there, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll return to that. Lucian and Damien, you guys go through Grand Rise. You kind of like get past Ober and Leopold very quickly, and just kind of like, just get away from them. You like this scene that they're causing. You're like, no, it's not my problem. So you very quickly head to the center. There is like the center column in the 101st, where the 3 bridges that are in the center of the districts, the 4 bridges, sorry, they're in the center of districts, connect to. There's an elevator that goes down. It doesn't go all the way to the 31st floor. It ends in the 70s. And then you'd have to get to another one, and then you would go down to the 40s, and then you'd have to take that last one down to the 31st. And the whole thing, waiting in like lines and stuff. Now the 2 of you were like, maybe you pull some hijinks and stuff to like get in front in line and such, kind of expediting your process faster than Leopold, not to mention not being dragged around by an ogre. Putting you at arriving at the Sky Saucer around like 4, 5. What do you guys, when you get there, you walk inside, hostess kind of like comes, she gives you a greeting, and you quickly, just looking to the left and right. Left is the dining area, straight ahead is the stairs that go up. Lucian hasn't actually been there before as a character. Maybe he has, but not now anyway. And then to the to the right is the bar, and then there at the bar, you would see Heteru alone next to Jane. Tell me what Jane looks like. Not actually, I'm sorry, because you didn't go over to Heteru. You actually said no, I'm not going to do that, and went to the corner again. Sorry, so they don't actually see Jane yet. You walk in, you would see Heteru. And that would be the only person that you would immediately see. So what do you guys do when you get into the Sky Saucer?
Hey, Heteru, where's the captain at? We got to give him a little report.
Yeah, you walk right up to him. You beeline to Heteru and ask him where the captain is. And he turns and says, "Oh, it's nice to see the both of you. I don't..." He starts looking around. "I don't actually know. Orfskier went to his room. He was getting a bit tired. And the captain was up there, but seems to be missing. And I do believe that Nettie is here. She's in her chambers. She's on the 4th floor, I think. And there's a new person. She said she was hired by the captain. Her name was... Dirty Jane. She wanted me very specifically to call her Dirty Jane, although I felt that it was a bit rude. But she said it was a childhood nickname. She held it very fondly, and so I was forced to tell her that her name was Dirty Jane, against my will. But I never had a childhood nickname, so I had to do that out of respect for the children that decided to call her that. Although I don't know why they would say that she was dirty, because she seemed fine.
Yeah, well, we can have a nice, splendid old feast once everyone else is back. I think my social battery's a little drained for today, so I'm gonna go talk to. I'm gonna try to find the captain. Talk to him real quick.
Are you tired? Do you want me to get you a? Do you want me to get you a room?
Oh yeah, that would be great.
Hello. My name is Lusty Lucian, and you have to call me that.
Is that a That's a strange.
That's my
name.
That's my nickname. Yes. You have to call me that.
Well. Okay. Lusty Lucian. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm not a child. Do I look like a child to you?
No,
wagging his finger.
No, absolutely not. What I was going to say was that a childhood nickname?
Oh, no, I just made it up. When I heard Dirty Jane, I got jealous, that's such a cool name. So I was like, my name's really Lucian, but I was like, what if it was like Lusty Lucian, and that can kind of be like sexy, and then
Maybe.
you see Lucian wink.
Heteru like leans over, like mid you're talking, and he starts leaning over Damien. Damien.
Yes. Yeah. What up?
Is he a member of the crew?
I kind of stopped asking questions when random people kept showing up, but he's helped us a little bit. He's helped us a good bit. I mean, I've only been here for a few weeks, but
he really talks a lot, and he's strange.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm used to.
You know, I can hear you, right? These ears are not just for show. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I hadn't. I he points to his head. He has no ears. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Where's this captain at? I need to speak to him.
I don't know. I took Damien. I don't know already. I don't know, but I'm going to get you both a room, and Orfsky's in his room on the 3rd floor, and Nettie is on the fourth floor, and Jane is Dirty Jane is over there somewhere. She was here somewhere. So it's kind of looking around the crowd. Then he turns and he tries to get the waitress's attention. She looks over her shoulder at him, and then like her back kind of stiffens up, and she like really clearly is avoiding him. Excuse me, miss. Oh, excuse me. And she like kind of goes around the side of the bar and like hides behind the central stairway. I'm sorry. I'll make sure you get a room, and I'll come find you, and to give you the key when I do.
Okay, thanks, Heteru. Come on, Lusty, let's go find the captain.
Okay, Damien, I follow you.
And I don't know what the roll. Maybe I should roll just like a luck roll, but I don't think he's using any like wisdom or intelligence to look for him. He's just like blindly just walking around, just trying to find the captain.
Okay. Probably just perception then. And then Jane, since you did say that I think at the end that you were going to just kind of keep watching Heteru, watch the crowd, and wait for the captain, you do see Damien and Lucian show up. And why don't you guys give a brief character description, since Dirty Jane doesn't know what you look like. Yeah.
Okay, Tom, do you want me to go first? Or?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so my character looks like he looks kind of elvish a little bit, like his ears are elvish and everything, and like he has like very pale skin. However, like his skin is like a lot paler than like most elves, like it's almost like albino white. And while he also like looks very elvish, he also has like some dragon like features, like dragonborn like features. Like he has horns coming out of his head, and he has like white hair too. If you ever played League of Legends, kind of like Viego, a much buffer version of Viego. If you ever played League of Legends, but yeah, I'd probably say that.
And you have like some scaling, right? Like the side of your face or something like that, probably. Or like
yeah, like his skin too looks very scaly, like icy, frosty type of scaly.
Are your eyes icy?
They're blue. They're light blue.
Like a light, like a icy blue color.
Yeah.
The whole sucker, or do you have whites?
What'd you say?
Like the whole eye, or like you have whites, but then your actual eye itself is like icy blue.
Yeah, the eye, like it's white, but then like the color is like.
I was actually just genuinely curious because it'd be cool if your eyes were frozen. And then Lucian.
So Lucian is a Haragon. He's kind of short, like 5 foot nothing, probably shorter. He's brown fur, big tall ears. Wears a scarf around his neck, like a brownish scarf. White shirt, brown leather pants. He's got like an assortment of things. He's got like a little coffee pot. He's got a moon sickle on one side. He's got a little boomerang shield. He's just got like a ton of shit. He's just kind of like hopping around. And
are you a Haragon, like the rabbit, like you are a rabbit?
Yes.
I wasn't sure if you were like an anime rabbit person or if you were like a straight up rabbit.
Oh yeah, like I was thinking he was gonna be like Final Fantasy like 12, kind of like I forgot which ones the races.
Sierra?
Yeah. I thought initially I thought of that, but then I was like, as I was building him in the Hero Forge, I was like, he's just gonna be more like a regular Paragon.
You have to send me him. You haven't sent me.
Yeah, I haven't sent him. I'm still like workshopping, but I'll confirm it. But yeah, he's just like a Paragon's got a ton of shit. Leather armor, no real metal except for the moon sickle. And yeah, that's it.
So you see those two enter and start talking to Hedaru. They kind of look around, then they split off from Hedaru, and they are now like kind of looking about the room. Do you do anything about that, Jane, or do you like just continue to watch, let them do what they're doing?
Give a little nod and wave.
Perception check, Damien. You might be. Well, you are muted.
21. My bad. It took a little bit to roll. 21.
That's good. On a 21, you're looking at the balconies. You're looking around the floor, and you don't see the captain. But as you were surveilling, you do see somebody in a corner, back left corner of the space, in a booth that is like waving at you. What do you look like?
Me?
Yes, Dirty Jane. Sorry.
Short, 5 feet tall, pale, red hair, blue eyes.
So it's me.
Yes. Kind of a stern look.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Are you? Out of curiosity, this is for me. I'm actually curious. You said you were in casual clothes, but did you have you have a sword with you though?
I have my sword with me. Yes.
At all times, of course.
Yes.
What kind of is it? Like
Two-handed, over the
two-handed?
shoulder,
And what is casual wear for a Jane?
leather,
Like leather breeches, like white shirt type of
Yeah.
situation.
tan leather breeches, black boots, leather shirt,
Like-
no gloves.
All right. So that's what you see, Damien. You see that person that was just described, waving at you and wave, not like but just like wave and give you like a nod from the back left corner of the space.
And I'm guessing, like, it seems like he is around this area. Like, he's not wearing anything I would recognize or anything like that.
I think with the perception check, and with the fact that Hedaru just told you that there was a person that was a female that joined the crew, I think you could I think it was a high enough perception check where I think you would be able to put two and two together. That's probably the person that Hedaru was talking about.
Okay. So he definitely noticed her. I don't know how much he would want to have a conversation with a new person right now. He's gonna look over at
You like an awkward wave. You're just like, hi.
I look over at Lucian. I'm like, hey, Lusty. I'm gonna continue to look for the captain. I promise I'll put in a good word for you if you go over and talk to that newcomer over there. I've had enough of talking with people today, and honestly, I just want to get some sleep.
You want me to talk to Dirty Jane? What if she's really dirty?
And just be lusty. And I think that you can combat it. I think you'll be good.
I can't. I don't. I'm so nervous. Like my paws are sweaty.
Knees
I
weak,
wink.
arms heavy. Like,
He winked at me.
she winked at me.
She winked at me. The ogre winked at me. Now this Dirty Jane winked at me.
this
Damien.
name of yours is a curse.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said lusty. Lucian, I should have said like lunchable or something because I'm so cute you can eat me. Well, not that. Yeah, that's yeah. Anyway, okay. You put in a good word. I'll go talk to Dirty Jane. But what do you want me to say to Dirty Jane. I don't know. Like, hey, like, when's the last time you showered? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you guys are kind of the new recruits or the new applicants. So you can kind of give him the rundown of what he has to go through and everything. You're kind of like the newcomer, like the newly initiated newcomer. So I'll bring the captain down, and he'll be able to talk to both of you guys at the same time, kind of get to know you guys.
Okay, and I just salute him.
And I just awkwardly like salute back. I guess he doesn't know the customs of the land. He's like just salutes back.
Lucian's gonna be like, he's gonna be the gag character that by the end of the campaign is gonna like single-handedly save the world or something, but die.
Or sacrifice himself. Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be that guy. So, Lusty Lucian, you head over to Dirty Jane, and Damien, you head out. You do not see the captain. You did get a 21. Let me see. $21 is pretty high. Are you willing to use? Do you? Let me rephrase. Do you have a limited limit? What is it called? Release? What are they called?
Yeah, no, I'm burnt. I've been burnt.
You don't see the captain anywhere. So you don't know where he is. And Header said he didn't know where he was. What does Damien do? Given that he can't see the captain, he doesn't really know. Has Damien been here before? I can't remember if Damien's actually been to the Sky Saucer.
I mean, haven't we slept here once, or was that a different spot?
No, you did. The party did. I couldn't remember if you specifically did. I think the one time you showed up like late or something. It was literally yesterday in World, but it was like 27 sessions ago.
No, I remember I was there because I'm pretty sure Tom gave me a bread bowl or something, or like it was like supposed to be a Red Bull, but then it was like a bread bowl or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right, yeah. And I think he gave that to my door. So yeah, I definitely slept there that night, I think. So I think I still have a room if like I can still use that one.
You can go. You could go and check that. Like you don't see the captain. You walk around. There is like a list that you saw that has all the rooms. There is like a name next to it. It's not the full name. There's like a name next to it, and you do have a room on the 3rd floor that you could go to if you wanted to. The captain does have a room. It's just Ed. He's on the 4th floor across from Nettie. So you could hypothetically maybe think to check there. You also do know that a lot of the times, I think that I'll give it to you. You do know that when like Adair went to go speak with him and stuff, he was like up in the balconies. So you could also look up there too. I think those would be the 3 obvious. You could go to his room. You could go just kind of like go up the staircase and kind of peruse the balconies, or you could just go fucking to bed. Fucking go to bed.
So I think I would definitely check the first 2 places, and then if I couldn't find anything there, I think I'd talk to Nettie. But then I would probably just go to sleep.
Do you go balconies? I think balconies first makes sense because if you go up to his room, then you're nearby your bedroom. So it makes sense to go to the balconies first. So as you start going up the staircase, give me perception checks. And roll that check, hold it, and then Lucian, what do you go up to Dirty Jane? What do you say?
Hello, Dirty Jane. My name is Lunchable Lucian. Good to meet you.
Lunchable. Why are you a lunchable?
I don't know. I panicked. Just call me Lucian. Yeah, I don't have a cool nickname like you, so just call me Lucian. I'm hoping to join the crew. I heard that you're new. how did that whole process go? Like, did you fill out an application? Did you have to like put like a post-it, or like did you have like 3 references? Like, how did that go?
Just ran into the captain.
That's all you did?
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. Like, I can't do that. Like, I have to like steal stuff and then like act like I'm like part of the lamplighters, and then but I'm like really not. Like, I'm just like a coffee getter guy. So, by the way, do you like coffee?
Yes.
Oh, tell me your order. I'll make it. Like, when we wake up and stuff. Not like now. It's like already past like noon.
I like it black. As far as the
Oh,
captain's concerned, sometimes random meetings aren't so random.
yeah. I mean, you know who likes it black too? Leovold. He likes it black too. He's more like a tar kind of like. He's a weird fella. Have you met Leovold yet? No.
Not yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. And Darren, everybody loves her. She's just like amazing. I think I made her like a chai latte or something, or like a cappuccino. I forget. But yeah, she's super cool. And who else do we? Oh, and I don't know if you met Damien. He's kind of like hey, go talk to that guy over there or that lady over there. He's like very like, bleh.
Is Aethra
think-
like the group mom?
Darren's like the group. I guess she kind of keeps everybody together, and Damien's just like he's just like, I'm immortal. Like I don't know. Like I'm out of my limit break. I don't know what that means, but he's cool. He like fights with his hands and like does all kind of other stuff. And then he like invisible. It was weird, but yeah, the crew I think will like. Well, what do you do? Like, what do you like? Do you like punch stuff? Do you like like hit him with a sword?
I hit things with my sword.
Oh, okay, cool.
Very
That's-
sneaky, though.
That's good. I mean, these guys are kind of crazy because like they like have guns and stuff. And they shoot things. I'm like, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I heard that. You guys are the ones that kind of made a mess around here lately. What I'm
yeah,
told.
I didn't make a mess. I am very clean, Lucian. I don't do messes. But they're kind of messy. But I think they tied it all up. They kind of cleaned it all up, and but I think we're good now. So I think we're gonna get a ship. I don't know if you heard what happened with the ship. It like blew up.
Blew up.
You would have
Yeah.
you would have heard. You could play it off like you didn't, but you would have heard.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
got plans for a new one.
Yeah. They apparently like made a deal with the devil, shook hands, something like that. I don't know, but they got a ship, so that's cool. So have you been out to the blue before? Like, do you like? Have you been
No.
out? Oh, you like? Oh, well, it's something. I mean, I've don't really recall, recollect much about the blue, but apparently it's cool. It's like air, but it's weird. Like we like. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Nice to meet you, Dirty Jane. I hope that the captain will accept me. I kind of ramble a little bit, but maybe that's good. Maybe that's
You
bad.
haven't met the captain.
No, I haven't. I have not met the cat. I'm new. Like 4 or 5 sessions. I mean, 4 or 5 like days new. But I've seen some stuff. Like I just kind of like. Wait, you want to see something cool?
Yeah.
And I turn into a spider.
Your form is kind of like there's like kind of misty as you kind of just rapidly just turn into a little jumping spiral with rabbit ears
And a bushy tail.
and a bushy tail.
Hey, I'm down here.
He can't talk.
Oh,
A squeak.
damn.
Dirty Jane squeaks.
But,
Now,
she's hard, but she doesn't like spiders, just like everybody else.
yeah, I'll change back. Okay, I didn't mean to freak you out. I didn't know that you had arachnophobia. You know,
Dirty Jane. Sorry to interrupt, Lucian. Give me a quick history check, and I'll tell you what it's for. This is a degree of success, which means it doesn't matter how low you roll. There is a bare minimum knowledge that you have.
15.
That's pretty good. He mentioned that he was a part of the Lamplighters, and being you know what the Lamplighters are. They are a low mid-tier thieves type guild group that are there's a lot of Lamplighters. Like, they're very plentiful in the city. It's probably the largest of those factions, but it's like really disorganized, and there's like different cells and stuff, so it's not tight, and the cells will vary in skill and professional fortitude wildly, with many of them really just being like 5 guys in a basement who are like, yeah, we're in the Lamplighters, and like they're not, they're just 5 guys in a basement. And so you would know that about the Lamplighters. You might have maybe had run-ins with them a few times in the past or something like that, and whether or not you would mention that to Lucian is totally up to you. You'd probably see them in a negative light.
Okay.
So, Lucian, you ramble on.
yes.
Do you leave?
So,
like, do you just like, walk away awkwardly? Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go find a room and take a rest because I'm kind of tired. I didn't get my morning daily 400 milligrams of caffeine, so I'm gonna go and go find Damien, and he just goes.
Ta-ta.
You Bugs Bunny it? You like do the thing where like your clothes are left behind or whatever? It's like a puff of smoke behind you. Damien, what was your perception check from earlier?
17.
As you make your way up the staircase, you get to the point where like you're above the first floor balcony, so you can kind of see down and into them. And there's a few of them that are occupied. You see there's like a light on, or somebody leaning on the balcony or something. Excuse me. Somebody leaning on the balcony or something like that. Not the captain. You go to the second floor, you get a little bit above it so you can kind of get an angle in. Same thing. A few of the balconies, just like a couple, have some people in there that are sitting around the table. There's one table where there's a group of halflings, dwarves, a couple elves, a goblin. They're playing cards. And there's another table. There's a couple people that look maybe they're like they're in these like robes. They look or maybe like scholars or something. You don't know. There's 2 guys sitting around a table, sat back, relaxing. Not the captain. You go up to the third. You get a slight angle on it, and you can see into one of the balconies against the back wall, and you can see. You don't see the captain himself, but in the back, not in the back, in the front, leaning against the balcony's railing, kind of tucked into the corner, you can see the top of Edberg's rifle. It has some like copper lining, and it's kind of shining like a orange kind of color glinting off of the copper of the rifle that catches your eye. And so you know that it's definitely his right. It's not just like a rifle. It's very clearly his rifle. You don't see him himself, but you see his rifle.
Can I, because he's obviously pointing it in a direction, right?
It's just leaned up. He's just got like the butt of it is sat on the floor, and then the top of it is leaning against the railing. So it's not like pointed at anything. It's
Okay.
just placed down.
Okay, I thought he was about to like shoot someone. Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
I'll probably Yeah, because I was gonna stay hidden if that was the case. But if he's just chilling there, I'll make myself known to see if he's down there.
You from the spiraling staircase in the middle, you call out to in the direction of the balcony to the captain.
Well, okay, so you're saying you can look down. Would I, because I have like slow fall at this point, would I be able to drop down onto the balcony or?
No. It's there's these bridges that connect to the central spiraling staircase that are probably, they're wide. It's long. I never put a footage on it. It's probably like 100-something feet in any direction. You could try to fucking jump it, but that probably you wouldn't. No. You have to cross one of these bridges. His balcony, the one where his musket is, does not have a bridge that goes right to the balcony. Some of the balconies do have bridges that go right to the balconies. His balcony does not. And you can see that there are two balconies, or two bridges rather, that go to doors. And I don't actually think your character has gone up here, so you wouldn't really know how it works. But you could assume that if you wanted to get to his balcony, you probably have to cross one of these bridges and go through one of those doors.
Yeah, so I probably wouldn't call out to him, but I would probably just try to get over to that balcony then.
You go through over the bridge, through the door. It's unlocked. You go into the hallway. There's like some paintings on the sides. There's like a red oaken hardwood floor in the hallway. You go down to the end of the hallway. There's a right turn that goes down to like loosely where the captain would be. You kind of can discern which door would be his door. As you go, I need you to give me a D100.
Oh, great. $27.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right, cool. As you make your way down the hallway, the fourth, I forget which door his was, fourth or third. For continuity's sake, I have to remember. I want to say it was the fourth, but then I know it's going to be the third. It's one of those two doors, and whichever one you choose is the correct one. One of those two doors is slightly cracked. And from inside of the room, you can hear, like, crying?
Yeah, I'd knock then. I'd make myself know. I wouldn't like just like barge in then.
You go up to the door, knock it, you make it, kind of loud. Who's there?
It's Damien. Some of us are back, and I just wanted to give you a quick report before some of us went to bed.
All right, well, come in. Come in.
Yeah, I'd walk in. I wouldn't want to like make it look like I was judging or like looking around, but like I want to like perceive his room, just like to see like how he's doing and everything after.
Give me investigation. Give me investigation or insight.
It has to be intelligence based.
Doesn't
matter. I rolled a crit 1. Doesn't matter. I rolled.
Is insight intelligence?
Oh, is that wisdom? It doesn't matter. I rolled a 1 anyway, but
when you come in, you don't really see a lot. There are some things that are like just around that you would notice. There's an empty mug next to him. There's several empty drinks on the table. There's some like half-burnt cigars that are sitting on the table further into the room where you would have been able to see, but he's sitting at the back of the room on the set of steps that lead down into the balcony where he would have been visible from up above or from below, but he for some reason moved back here and is sitting on these back steps. When you come in, he is like in the process of getting up, and you do see him take something. It looks like a piece of paper maybe or something like that. It looks like it's maybe folded. It's kind of small. It's not a full-sized piece of paper. It's maybe like 3 by 6 or 4 by 8 or something, and it looks like he kind of folds it up and puts it into his jacket before he manages. At that point, you're kind of entering, you're taking a quick assess, and he's getting to his feet, and that's what you notice about the room. That's pretty much the long and short of it. But outside of any little cues that you don't pick up on because of your bad roll.
Yeah,
No,
so we
come on in and sit down. Is everybody okay? You guys, are you okay? Everybody's fine. Where's the Darren?
I think she's doing all right. She went to go see Heimdall earlier, so I'm not sure if she got back here all right. But everyone survived the fighting. We accomplished the.
Hold on now, Damien. Did she go by herself?
Wait, hold up. Out of character, didn't she go with one person or?
She went with Rhodey, who is not a human being.
She went with Rhodey. I mean, is that all right?
Who the fuck is Rhodey?
He was like a little robot that was given to Aethra. I think Heimdall made it.
All right.
Can I roll because I know I got a. Does the crit 1 also go to this too? Like, was that like a like?
I'll let you re-roll the. You can roll You can roll a different insight check just if that's what you're trying to do, but it won't count towards what you rolled for previously. It would count for. I'm assuming you're trying to gauge his reaction.
Yeah, because he's like, I feel like Damien's been like weird with Heimdall this whole time. Like he's been kind of like thinking, like been a little uneasy, but he can't put his finger on it. So like I feel like that reaction would like warrant something.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Hold on. He seemed a little worried when you said that she went there by herself.
I mean, she's gonna be all right, right? I mean, I thought Heimdall was helping us.
Yeah, no, she's fine. She's just by herself in the city and everything. It's just not safe. That's all. Anyway, so what do you got to report?
So we accomplished the mission. Everyone is pretty much safe. Everyone's gonna be coming back to this inn now to go to sleep. We have 2 new recruits. I told them that you'd meet them shortly. I don't know how much time you have tonight, and I know you must be tired, but you should probably talk to them just a little briefly. I'll warn you. The one new guy named Lusty, he's a little talkative, but he's a good guy. He fought with us. I could say that. What'd you say?
His name's Lusty.
Yeah, you can call him like double L or LL. Yeah, Lusty Lucian. Yeah, he's a good dude. Or good. He's a nice person. I like him.
Where the fuck are you guys finding these people?
They keep hearing about you, or they keep like. I mean, sometimes they meet Leovold. I don't really know. I think you're the one attracting all these weirdos, Captain.
This fucking ginger walked up into my room, asked to be paid 20 gold a week, punched me in the chest, and then fucking. So I hired her, but yeah, her name was fucking Dirty Jane. That's why I was saying that, because what the fuck's up with these? Why does everybody got these nicknames?
Wait a minute. You're telling me that if I hit you hard enough, I can make more money?
No, I didn't pay her 20 gold a week, Damien.
Oh, okay. My bad. Misunderstand.
Yeah, no, that was my fault. But no, that's good. I'm glad all y'all are safe. Why don't you go get a rest, and I'll keep my eye out for everybody else. Thank you. Yeah, good job.
We don't have to double check on a Darren though, right? You think that she's gonna be fine?
Yeah, no, I'm sure she's all right. How'd she get to Hemdall's?
I'll be honest, I don't really know. We kind of split up.
Well, because he lives in the fucking sky. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, we took a helicopter to get to Valencio's place, so maybe she got a helicopter ride.
She had a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably took a helicopter. She might, unless he. You do me a favor. She has a room. I bought it for her.
What were you gonna say? Unless he what?
Can you just shut the fuck up for a second? Can you do me a favor and go check her room, and then if she's not there, can you check Nettie's room? And if she ain't there, let me know. And if she is there, then don't let me know, and I'll just assume that she is, in fact, in one of them two places.
Okay, I got it.
All right, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, then I'll go check on. I'm more worried about a Darren at this point than questioning him at this point. So,
hey, Damien, and send up that fucking sexy Sally, or what the fuck his name was.
okay, I will, Cap.
You go downstairs, back. Where do you go afterwards?
You talk about me or
Delusion.
He's kind of just like scattering around trying to find Dame.
Just having a panic attack, like walking around the room, like, hey, do you guys know who Damien is? Oh, no? Okay, all right. And to go to the next group of people. Damien, excuse me, as you're going down the spiral staircase, you can see down into the bar room. And you can, I mean, he's got fucking rabbit ears. So you can see him down there moving about the space, Lucian. And you know where Aaron's room is, and you know where. The captain didn't tell you, but you could check to see. Because actually you did check earlier, so you do know where the rooms are.
Oh, my bad. Did you cut out for a bit? Were you saying something to me?
Yeah, where'd I cut out at?
Well, I know that you were saying that like Lucian was like walking around looking for me. Did I find him? Is that?
Yeah, you would see him walking around, and then I was saying that you know where Darren and Nettie's room is. So after you get Lucian, you could go to their room or their rooms. But do you go to Lucian and tell him to go see the captain?
Yeah, Lucian. The captain told me to talk to you. I put in a good word. I think he'll hire you. He was talking a lot of weird stuff about the redhead down below, and he still hired him. So I think he'll do. Oh my! I keep doing that. Yeah, no, I think he'll hire you.
It's going to take a minute. I understand.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so, Mr. Damien. I changed my name. It's going to be Likeable Lucian instead of Lusty, because I felt like it was a little too sexy. But you know, I'm not that sexy. I'm funny ear. Anyway, where's the captain?
Lucian, I'll be 100% honest with you. I told him your name was Lusty Lucian. That might be your name for the rest of the time.
No.
You might not be able to change it. I'm so sorry.
First impressions are everything, Damien. Golly. I'm going to have to spend eternity like getting rid of this Lusty name. All right. Where's the captain staying? I'll be lenient Lucian with you, Damien.
I'm going to be going up to that floor anyway, so you can come up with me after I check Darren's room.
Oh, okay. Where's the Darren staying?
I think she's over here on this floor. And we're just going to walk over there then.
Okay, I follow you.
Darren is up on the third, so you go to the third floor, you go to her room, you knock, nobody answers, and then you go to Nettie's room. It's on the fourth floor, in the back. When you go up the stairs, it's on the back right side. What do you go up and knock?
Yeah, and I'll also point out where the captain, because they're on the same floor, like Nettie and the captain, right?
Yeah, captain's across from Nettie.
Yeah, so I'm just like, yeah, Lucian, the captain's over there. He should be in his room.
No, the captain's in the balcony.
Oh, okay, so the balcony's not like on his room. That's like on the floor, basically.
Yeah. If the layout of this space, you come in through the front door, and directly ahead of you is a stairwell. Goes up to like the hotel rooms. To your left, there's like a dining, like a dinner restaurant, and then to your right there's a bar, and the bar has like, it's real wide, real tall, and there's balconies in the bar that go up. So you guys came out of the bar, went to the central hallway, and went up the stairwell to the like hotel part of the structure.
Okay. Yeah, my bad, Lucian. He's actually over on that on the balcony over there. He should be still out there.
Continuity.
Oh, okay. And Lofty Lucian is going to go talk to the captain.
And then I'm gonna start
You do.
vigorously
ahead.
banging on the door because I'm worried about Darren, and I kind of want to see if she's here.
You start banging, and like pretty quickly, like within like 3 or 4 seconds, the door flies open, and the assistant's there in his like red leather coat, with, like the high collar, slick back, really pretty long, platinum blonde hair. What are you doing? Shh.
He said, Darren here.
Yes, she's here. She's in with Nettie. They're doing something, and it requires quiet.
Well, I do need to speak with her. So, how long do you think that will take?
As long as it takes. Are you out of your mind?
Okay, I'll wait then in this room then for it. I won't be a bother.
I'll send her out when they're done.
Okay, I'll wait outside the door then.
Thank you. Closes the door really quietly. He like moves it. It takes him like 10 seconds to close the door. He's moving like all, and then he like turns the knob, puts it into the frame, and like you can see the doorknob turning back ever so slightly until eventually it's settled into the groove, and he lets it go on the other side of the door. Leovold and Ober, you guys eventually, after, like I said, like a whole day, effectively, of like standing in like elevators with Ober, like you're like holding this ogre's finger, and there's like everybody's pushed against the walls, just like fucking staring. And all of his comments that happen, you eventually arrive at Gas Hats on 31st floor. You do see, because now it's like getting towards the end of the day, you guys got there probably, it's like almost dark. It's like a little bit, it's the sun is like nearly set. It's like probably 7 o'clock-ish. And the 31st floor has one of the higher ceilings in this area, so there is a lot of natural light on that floor. So as you get there, it's getting dim. There's kind of like a purple orange haze. And as you're walking towards the shop, you guys are on the outside because you're on in that docking factory area. And over it, as you're walking, he comes out onto the dock where actually your ship would have previously been. He says, oh, hold on, Mr. Leovold. Excuse me. What's that? And he like points out to like the sky.
That would be the blue.
Now, I'm sorry if I'm asking stupid questions, but I just wanted to say that is the biggest thing and most beautiful thing I've ever seen. But you said it's called the blue, but it is very clearly orange, Mr. Leovold. Have you gotten your eyes checked?
Well, to be fair there, Ungrid, you haven't really asked an intelligence question, so you're betting 1,000. If you're talking about the big bright light, that'd be the sun.
Oh, the sun. Back when I was with my mom, we lived in the holes, and
right. Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
We didn't see much of the sun up until when those men came and took us, and then I saw the sun one time, and then I didn't see it again, and it's
Does it bother you?
Why would that bother me? It's right there, and it's beautiful.
I mean, the scenery is very nice. I'll give you that. Don't stare at it.
He's crying. His
Fucking blink, man.
well, if I don't look sad, I'm gonna go live in the big house with the little sick man, and
Yep.
I might not seize it again for a few
No,
days.
no. You listen. He's just around the corner down here. You'll see the sun whenever you look outside. You're not going to be in a hovel or a room that doesn't have light. You're going to have that all the time until it goes down, which means you go to sleep.
Mr. Leo,
Fucking what?
where does it go?
My crew wonders why I drink so fucking much. Ask me questions similar to this. It goes to sleep as well.
Really?
Yep, sure does. I mean, it's up in the sky all the time, doing
Does
so much.
He does all that by himself.
Yep, very important person.
That's kind of sad.
Well, it has a weird relationship with the other thing that you'll see at night when you look up there called the moon, and every once in a while they get to touch and reunite, as it were.
Really?
Yep. I don't know when, but every now and then they do. But you get to see both of them. Don't look at the brighter one. You'll lose your eyes. But occasionally don't go to sleep when it goes to sleep, and look at the night sky. You'll see stars, moons, constellations.
Oh, I've
All
never seen
types.
it. Never seen any of those things. Oh, Mr. Leopold, oh, the sun and the moon.
Oh, oh.
That's kind of like it's going to be kind of like you and me.
How do you figure there?
Well, I'm going to go inside of the big house, and
Aye.
then if the captain comes and wants me, then I'm not going to know when the south sees you. Kind of like the sun and the moon.
I see where you're coming from now. I don't think it's me that you want to be seeing. If memory recalls, it's the fair lass Darren, correct? You seem to fancy her.
Yeah, she was nice.
Aye,
She
she
made
has that
me
effect.
she made me feel
Don't
she
go into
made
too
me,
much detail.
she made me feel safe.
That's a first.
Does she do that for you too?
Not necessarily. More like, see, you get to see a different side of a Darren than I do. The Darren I know, panics, stutters, and quite quiet, especially when it's around groups of folk. So I tried to been
She
breaking her
said
out of that.
she says to me that she was afraid of people's, but she told me that she got over it all by herself.
It's a work in progress. She's doing better, especially if she's had one or two in her, but that's just the effect of. Anyways, you don't need to be doing any of that. Since your mom said, stay away from the spicy water and all that. So, before we go in, your skills consist of mask making, mopping,
Yep,
whittling,
that's right.
and being able to pick heavy things up. Correct?
Oh yeah, That's right.
Is
Yes.
there anything else you can just think of off the top of your head? I know it's not a very long journey, but
Uh,
trying to sell
uh,
you to two different people here, so I mean,
well, you should tell the little sick man.
yep, up.
My mums, they was doctors. So I could probably make him feels better. And for the captain, uh, you should tell him that it's very strong. I can lift up the ship. Um, and I'll work for free. I was a slave for a few days, so all's the same. And
I don't like that as much as we're not on the same page. You got to get paid in some way or form. The
well,
scritches is probably the best form of payment for you, and we would just have to probably find someone to do that. But I believe a Darren would probably keep that job.
well,
But
I'm not allowed to be paid any monies.
why the fuck not? If you make things, get paid for it.
Well, I'm not a person.
Okay. I'm trying really hard not to reach into my pocket and take a giant swig because this is giving me a headache.
Do you need
How the
water?
hell are you not a person?
Uh, Wells, you see me? I was walking around, and
Yeah, everyone did.
yeah. Well,
You're a person.
uh,
You're not an object. You're not property of anybody. You're your own being. You can choose to whether if you don't want to go for the sick man, you can do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, to an extent, just keep in mind there are rules and regulations, and you might get killed or go to jail if you break them. Speaking from personal experience here recently,
you in
you're still
jail.
a person. No, I was wanted for a wee second, but
Mr.
you're still a
Leopold.
person.
Um, so I can do whatever I want.
If you don't want to go work for the sickly man, I'll let you do whatever you want. I don't own you. The Cotton don't own you. A Darren don't own you. No one owns you. You're your own person. What do you want to do?
Okay. Well, uh, right now, I want to sit down on the edge of that thing there, and I want to say goodnight to the sun. You sit with me, Mr. Leopold?
I won't sit because if you sit and I stand, we're at the same height roughly. So I'll just be right by your side.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, you're very smart, Mr. Leopold. And he walks over the
I've been
edge,
told.
and he sits down. He kind of
As he
nervously scoots
walks,
forward. And
I quickly grab out of my bag like a quick swig.
you sit down with him, and he just sits there. He's like kicking his legs off the side, and you see the sun kind of going down, going down, going down until it's like barely there. And he, good night, Mr. Sun. I hope she sleeps tight, and I hope you get to see the moon.
At that point, would we see any aspect of the moon coming from the opposite direction?
You wouldn't because of
Assuming if it goes that way.
the architecture of Grand Rise, the roof would be above you. So like the from your direction, you'd be looking to the southwest actually, and the moon would be rising in pretty much the opposite direction. So like Grand Rise would be covering where the moon is rising from. So you would not see the moon.
Okay. Well, if you give it a little bit, you might see the other one. It's gonna be a long week, like hours.
That's okay. There's um
I don't really wants to work for the little sick man.
All right. So what you want to do? Because like I said, I'll talk to the captain, but there's no guarantee I can get you a job. So that means you'd be on your own.
That's a little bit scary, but I think I'll risk it.
Darren will throw me overboard with her fucking spells if I just let you do what you fucking want. How about this? Since parts of me grew, I've grown to like you in such a short amount of time. We go talk to the 6 man, and maybe he can help you open up your own shop. It'll take some time. You'll have to work for him. You'll have to get paid half scritches and half money. Because you need money to do things here in Grand
Well,
Rise.
well, Mr. Leopold, I'm the person, so I'm gonna have to be paid the monies.
Right, so you don't want scritches at all now.
I'm a person. I don't need scritches.
Wow, you learn rather quickly, which is shocking. Right, so we'll go talk to the 6 man. He'll pay you a fair wage. He'll save your money. Find an establishment to where you can sell your wares. Don't fucking sell the masks you make. Make new ones.
I could probably figure out a way to make some different types of designs or something.
Right, that's perfect. Just don't make the last ones. Okay? Just don't.
All right, I'll go seize the 6 man, and then after that, I'm going to go seize the captain.
I'll
and
go
then
talk to the captain. We gotta kind of have to sleep for a bit.
if the
you have to sleep.
if the captain doesn't want me, then I'll open up a shop and I'll stay here. And then
And that would be the easiest way to find you when we come back.
and then I'll be like the moon, and then you can be like the sun.
Hey, that sounds about right.
Okay. Well, Mr. Leopold, I think we should go on over to the big house.
More like a factory, but I'll lead him. I'll grab his hand.
You're walking over with them. Mr. Leopold, what's a factory? Do they make facts?
You'll find out. It's very much like your room. Quite
You
big,
walk him over.
spacious.
You walk him over to the factory, you introduce him to Gazhat. He's very concerned about the sick man. He picks up Gazhat. Gazhat's screaming. He
That's very rude. You can't just be picking people up when you feel like it. You gotta ask permission. You're a person, so is he. Give and take.
Puts him down, apologizes profusely.
Right, Gazhat. So this is Ungrid. Found him in a room. Doesn't know much, but is very handy in some ways. I figure you could use him to lift crates, move them around instead of using contraptions. Frees up space, and this is where he's gonna go whisper to him. Yeah, just pay him a fair wage, where maybe in a couple of years he can open up his own booth.
Leopold, fine. I'll hire him as a laborer.
Nope.
6 copper a day.
Make it a silver for me, and show me anything you're having problems with, and I'll quickly fix them for you.
Fine. 1 silver. And if I run into any schematic issues, you will offer your consultation services
For free.
no charge.
Absolutely. Puts his hand out for a shake.
Fine. Takes your hand.
Right. So, little known thing about him, he doesn't really like the outside. He's just now getting used to it. So he's just gonna need a little corner of his own, and he doesn't like water. So it's gonna quite stink in your place of business, unless you can figure a way out to clean them.
Abriella and Titus, they don't really like to shower either. So
That sounds about right.
it's all the same.
All right. So that's when he looks hungry. You're going to be working for this man. He'll take you on as a laborer, which means you're just going to be doing a bunch of random things, lifting things, maybe mopping every now and then. By the way, guys, he's pretty good at whittling, he says. So just, I don't know, give him spare wood or something. Maybe he might make you something, some toys or dolls. I don't know.
I can do that. That's fine.
You're going to be working for him. He's going to be paying you a silver a day. You don't spend your money. I am going to give Gas Hat 100 gold. And I'm going to look at him like, this is for food. Make sure he eats proper. He's been eating rotten shit for like, I don't know how long. He says does he still have the bag of muffins, by the way?
Yeah. They're like tied to his belt.
The bag is full of rotten food. Make sure he eats real food.
I was initially going to say that this is way too much money, but yes, I think that that's actually probably fair.
Do you see the size of them? You're going to have to ration that out some way, some form. That's your problem now, not mine. I was just
Yes.
trying to help you out.
I
Anyways,
appreciate it. I was going to protest, but in hindsight, that's probably about right.
they're going to be staying here. I'm going to go find the cotton. I'm going to go talk to him about you. If he wants to hire you, guys, sorry, we're going to be taking him back. But you can keep the gold for... Fuck, I don't care. Just keep it.
All right, I won't argue with that.
Right.
If the captain doesn't hire him, I will stick to my word, and I'll keep the 100 gold for your consultation fees.
They're free. That's for bothering you this late at night and feeding this one if you keep them. Ingrid, I'm going to go find the cotton. It's going to take me a while. I'll talk to him in the morning. If we stop by, you're hired. If not, it's been interesting talking to you.
All right. Thank you for walking with me and showing me the sun, and for getting me a job where I can do things and make facts. It's very exciting.
You'll make all the facts in the world here. Looking at guys that whenever the moon shows up, just show him that. He'll be mesmerized for a while.
All right, fine. I still have some work to do anyway, so I'll be out.
Great. Shake Gazhat's hand. Look at Ingrid. Hopefully I get to see you again. But if we don't, lovely meeting you. And I can't wait to see your shop when we come back.
Lovely meeting you too. And I have a feeling, I think you're gonna see me again, uh, sooner rather than later.
If that's the case, you become a prophet and be able to tell the future.
That's what
Start.
my mums did.
He just starts to like slowly walk away. He's like, your mom's was someone that healed and predicted futures. Right. Okay. And as he's walking away, he yells back at Ungrid, I haven't forgot. Good word. I promised it. I'll do it.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe you and am going to hold you to it. As you leave, the door shuts. And you
I
walk
make my
through the dock.
long ass way back.
Your legs are probably fucking burnt. You're done.
Yeah.
And that'll be the end of the session for now. We'll return with Damien outside of the door to Darren's, Lucian going to talk to the captain. Probably everybody will be together, so we'll get Dirty Jane in there. And then once we finish with this last bit of like tying up all the ends here for the end of the arc, for the week of progress, it'll just be any downtime. I know that like Damien has something he wants to do. It's like sort of like a personal, thing. Like if any of you, you're gonna have 7 days before the beginning of progress day and the end of progress day. So in that time, if you don't have to do anything, but if there is something where you're like, I want to spend a week doing something, try to think of what it is so you're prepared for the session, so you don't have to come up with it on the fly. Although I think Damien's thing is like a personal character story thing, so his might take a little bit of time, so it'll give you a little bit of a wiggle room probably to think of your own situation. And with that, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. I had fun. I know there's like a lot of role play. Jane, I did tell you it's gonna be a lot of role play. I hope that was okay. I tried to get you in there, but first session getting you in, I still thought it was pretty good. And yeah, I had fun. I love Obert.
You better not just.
If anything happens to him,
I swear to God, Peyton, if you're like, yeah, the captain, he's really strong. Fuck it, we'll take him. I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed.
No, I had fun. It's pretty funny to try to figure out what's going on with all of you guys.
Oh, we are a shit show of a crew.
Yeah, I didn't know. I know you don't know a lot of information. I don't want you to though. Like I think it's fun to kind of like figure it out for like at the same time that your character does. I think that's fun personally. But if you want to talk about, if you would like more information, feel free to message me and I can kind of try to give you a little bit of a rundown.
Or just ask questions in the chat. We'll probably answer whatever that's available per character, per person. Like when you said you were straight to business, I was like, oh, fuck.
we need somebody to balance us out a little bit.
What are you talking about? Damien is the same way. He's just like faster to the punch, literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, Damien would like that.
Like we just like, yeah, straightforward, straight to business. I was like, oh, Damien has a BFF now. These are gonna be the bash bro and sister.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I'm going to have to see how I fit in. I wasn't really sure what to say at that point.
Oh, you're fine.
You said you haven't played in a while, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, so I think you did a pretty good job, all things considered. I've been playing with these guys for like a year, so I think you did a pretty good job giving
sessions almost.
Yeah, and I mean we've all been playing for about that. It's because she's in several different campaigns at the same time, so she's kind of like she's got a multiplicative thing, but we've all been playing together for a year. She just plays more frequently than they do. So, but so they're very comfortable, and I think that you did pretty good being at your first session in quite some time, and like a pretty role play heavy, specific environment. I think you did a good job, all things considered. Because a lot of people would just be like, "I'm not gonna fucking engage with this."
Well, I'll be back next week because I'm curious to see what happens. So,
Absolutely, I'm excited to have you. If you have any, I usually after the first session, I'll probably send you a message just to check in, and I usually do that. I'll eventually get off of your ass after like 4 or 5 sessions. I'll stop harrying you, but for the first couple sessions, I like to just check in and see if see how you're feeling. And to the rest of you guys, good night and be safe. And you're the sun, I'm the moon. I'll see you soon.
Guys.
Good night, everybody.
good night, everybody.